I'll do some calves, chest. Place is packed. Got a few freaks in here. Try to get some talent on here of both sexes, but we'll see. We have the Warlord look-alike right here. He's in his 60s, actually. Hey, Keith. How you doing, buddy? Good. No more 10-10-10s on Dixie Highway, unfortunately. Yes, my shins look like it have more crimes committed on it. Here's some luscious talent over here if I ever saw one. Kai's in full body. That's rough. I'm impressed. Hello, Kevin in England. Hello, Norway. I'm feeling like a freak. Thanks, Paul. I'm not sure about that. That's right, D. Terrans. I'm going to flip the switch, but I'm going to start off with the usual feel set. Some call it warm-up set. Some call it get the blood in there set. Some call it a form set. I like feel sets good. You're getting the movement and you're getting a little blood in there. But you never want to burn out for your work sets, and it's so easy to do. Yeah, I got some talent on there. I got some lump roast. Barbecue sauce is being targeted by the IRS. Doesn't surprise me. Just don't answer their letters or calls. That's a 10-10-10 from my story, Mike. A 10-10-10 from Lauderdale. 6'2", 220. Eric Wassard, you're one of the lucky genetically blessed. Yeah, LA and Boynton. Yeah, I thought it was a library. No, the 10-10-10 is not going to steal your phone. All right, before I start this fuel set, I'd like to start off with the horizontal calf press. And you always get a good stretch and try to extend as far as possible. Keep the heavy tension on there. I did my doctor prescribed 10 IUs of pre-workout Novinar insulin, and I have it backed up where I sip a scoop of Gatorade powder, a scoop of electrolyte powder with sodium, calcium, magnesium, phosphate, and I have a scoop of essential amino acids, and that's to be sipped intra-workout. Actually, I'm starting to think intra workouts, especially when you're doing the insulin, might be more beneficial than pre-workout. But time will tell. All right, Dale Chance, what are you doing now? Viewers would love to know. All right, that's a feel set. I can feel blood rushing in there. Now I'm going to put some work set on, work set weight. Yeah, you guys like that 10, 10, 10 strolling around. I knew you would. That's not your typical cookie cutter 10, 10, 10 with the skinny legs and all the surgery. No, that's a lot of thick meat in the right places. No surgery, maybe some hormones. But yeah, the shins, unfortunately, are going to bust open once this pump comes in, but they're healing up, so it's like, you know, what am I going to do? But that's why I call this blood, sweat, and tears. Although the tears are going to be Dale when I dwarf him, if he ever gets on stage again. Or I guess that's not important to him anymore. Driving around like everybody else on a motorcycle might be much cooler to him these days. But standing up being a physical freak, he may have lost interest. Well, Brad's going up there, I think, this weekend to see his son, and he's going to give me a full report on Dale. And I told him to get some footage of Dale, and hopefully some gym footage, if he even goes to a gym anymore. Monty, if you think I'm a beast, it's because all the little things put together, the eating, the sleeping, the training, many years, and the mindset. You know, you just got to keep thinking, no matter how old you get and how injured you get, no matter what your issues are, no one's going to be better than you. No one's going to work harder than you. Nobody's going to be smarter than you. So now it's time to start a first work set. I put more weight on, and here goes. Flip the switch. These are for you guys like Dale and Jay Masters that have genetically blessed good calves that don't work them. That's right, Keith. Delray Misfits for life. They'll never die. They'll never die. That's right, Rick McDick. You got to. The only way these legs are going to be amputated is if they get so big from muscle that I can't lift them anymore. But I don't care if they're half dead. I'll be dragging them around, lifting on them. Unlike everybody else wearing the embolic stockings, I'll wear the fishnet stockings. How are the shins? Take a look there, pal. And it's ooey and gooey, oozing and goozing as we speak. All right, it's going to be one work set, and I'll be hitting the seated calf. Well, we got some tans in here today. They're with cookie cutters, or they should be with somebody like me. If I chose to, but like I said, I got to train right now. So, favorite tan of all time? That's a good question to get back to you. They don't have a sled in here, Freddie. Unfortunately. Good to hear it, John. 7 days clean. It's all downhill from there. Legs do look like a large cheese pizza. Yeah, you got to be a freak. All the 180 pounders. I could never comprehend, I mean, for a guy my height, but anybody to be under 200 pounds. Whoever is out there, I feel for you, but keep watching my lives. I'll tell you not to. You got to get to work and got to put some size on. All right, after each series of movements is the time I sip on this. Joey, if you're 197, put on 10 pounds as soon as you can. Got to start somewhere, I understand, but I don't care if you're 5'2", you should be over 200 pounds. Start hitting the compound movement, start eating correctly. Build it while you're young. Well. Looks like you got a calf machine occupied. Yeah, unfortunately, And one of the other calf machines out of business, out of service actually, so. I do put ointment on Antoine every night. Sounds good, Joey. That's a damn good stack right there. Damn good. And expect your sex drive to go up. Not big enough, though. Yeah, I went off Kratom. Went off everything, every type of stimulant or mind-altering substance. I've been off since first week in November, everything. Some I've been off in October. How much is Broadway? $185. No, I think he's a little over 200. He better be. How do I afford a gym membership? They let me in free. Thanks. So, yes, Olympic lifting is great. I use variations of it, you know, the power clean and stuff like that. I got that. It's not bad, Chris. You got protein in that stuff. I don't know. Brad claims his training's going good, so he had a full recuperation with his knees. My calves are ready for that seated machine, but it's being held up right now, and it's not much lifting going on either. Kaizen, I would try the 4 days a week. It is time consuming and exhausting, but it's good conditioning. The hardest year of my life? What do you mean by hard? Yeah, I'll walk a bit closer to it. Most likely, they'll mosey on out of there. You remember her, Ethel Mae Williams. That was a good girl. Boy, that trainer had that lady do a quarter for one set of 5 reps. And he thought that was sufficient. Well, since I get a free membership here, I better not make any more criticisms like that. The taco queen crapped on your neighbor. Huh. Lucky neighbor, that's all I gotta say. All right, this is a field set. It's also a shin bursting set. Where's the tan 1010s? Remember, maniacs, don't get it confused. A tan is a black girl. A tan 10 is a black girl with perfect tan body and face. A tan 10 is a black girl with a perfect body, face. The perfect, in my opinion, means thick. You know, they got to have the ass and all that. And 10 inches. So a tan 10 is a nice, like you saw in my store today. That's considered a tan 10, in my opinion. Thoughts on NFL pushing mandate all teams to hire one female person of color? Oh, they just take it to another level, don't they? When is it going to stop? Why all the contingencies? Why don't somebody mandate to have a female person of color be my personal assistant? Whoa, here you go. That's a tan 10. Although, you know what? You never know if it's a tan 10, come to think of it. You never know. She's a little flabby, but, you know, she keeps doing them squats, eating right. The Macho Man, Ricky Savage. You had to bleach your eyes.
That's my motivator right here. That's my motivator.
There he is.
He motivates me right here.
You hear that, Dale? Ricky Savage, I think you went into your masturbatorium after my story today and you bleached your eyes with something else. If you get my drift from your intense ejaculatory contractions. That's what I think. dummy. She's bending over, putting weights on. What a great thing to see between sets. Her jiggling buttocks. She keeps looking over too. She's teasing. Do you get teased in the gym? You got a chance. Another thing, maniacs, do not fall for the trap of rushing between sets or trying to turn weight training into a cardiovascular activity unless it's for a very specific and brief purpose. Most of the biggest, actually the biggest men on earth are doing heavy sets and make sure they're getting their breathing back and then coming out with a max effort weight, as much tension as they can and with failure. See that insulin I took? Pre-workout. Driving the glucose, amino acids, and the electrolytes into that cell, muscle cell, at an accelerated rate. And therefore, the recuperation process is starting after these work sets. So now the cats are done, they're toast. And I'm going to start sipping more of that intra-workout concoction, causing these cells to I'll take a tan 10-2 any day. I'll show you what to do with a tan 10-2. Kaizen, you're right on that. Anytime there's mandates, it's a lost cause. What are they going to have women competing in the Mr. Olympia now? Or it's just the liberals want that so bad, but the way the NFL is, it is so difficult to ever have a woman in a skill position, let alone a kicker or punter. They're just absolutely dumbfounded by it, and I find it hilarious. Are the shins from poor circulation? Yes, a combination of poor circulation, water retention, and remember, they start that way from getting brushed against my bike pedal, so they're going to get ripped open. The bike pedal has metal teeth on it, so you catch your feet on it, and every once in a while, you'll scrape it, so there's not much you could do. So, yes, us and the blood's oozing out right now, and the cookie cutters are getting in here, getting looks, but let's see if anybody has a balls or a half a balls to come up and say something about it. All right, in between your exercise sequence, you take 3 sips of your intra-workout drink. It not only keeps the blood sugar stable, but it's designed to increase recuperation. And it's been proven to you. And this is one of the principles of the great Milos Sarcev, who utilized the insulin. I'm going to take another sip of here and head on over to do some form of incline press. Thank you, Joey. I will definitely take your stretching recommendations. Thank you, Rick McDick. Thanks for the reassurance. They'll get better. And I do stretch these after the 2 sets. Gets the blood in there, gets the glucose and the aminos. Because these are very easy to digest, this mixture. I've heard the argument that drinking anything, even including water, decreases the pump, but I'm getting an awesome pump. It's not so much after the pump now. It's after the size. So. That was a field set. You know, I haven't seen Jason quite a bit. Thank you, Real Del Mar. Yes. Just got to get some melanotan. Yeah, I should have took that girl's advice and put a dildo for the bike seat. All right, in a short amount of time, I'm going to do my first work set. So all I'm thinking is lower under control, explode the positive. Lower under control like a spring. You know, a spring, it coils and then it explodes. There's no bouncing. And I'm in that power plane range of motion. I'm not into the locking out so much and lowering it past the point of where the muscles are working. Remember, I'm not into competitive powerlifting. Some are, you have to abide by the rules and techniques. I'm into pure muscle mass gain. And that requires in the gym progressive sets with a certain rep range, let's say 6 to 12, that are done with as heavy attention as you can to that power range of motion and to failure, or as close to failure as possible. Not necessarily with forced reps or things like that, although they're good once in a while, but don't use them too frequently. Always strive to keep your form in that power plane range of motion. Keep the reps in a certain perimeter and keep the tension on. And take the pain, take the tension. Have those fibers grind down. Have them violently contract against each other on a molecular level. And obviously with the intra-workout, the post-workout, and the meal, you're going to feed them the building blocks of what they need: glucose, amino acids, water, electrolytes. And you're going to get bigger and thicker. It's that simple. So now it's time to flip the switch. Thank you, Capri82. Brad did a live today. I knew he would. I kind of knew it. Do the tans prefer big glutes? On me? Yeah. They always give me a smack in the butt at work. Everybody should like big, thick, muscular glutes, hams, and buttocks on men and women. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention the Piss Army t-shirt. Get it at misfitsgear.com. Tell them Big Lenny sent you. The Piss Army. Jay Cutler started doing his calves after he found I was doing them before chest. It's just a matter of vehicle transportation. I will look up Jen's the Beast. Or I'm getting ready to flip the switch here in about 30 seconds. It's going to be a last set, best set type of deal. Just remember for chest, dumbbells are the best, followed by a barbell, followed by machines. But in my case, the barbells and dumbbells with the certain injuries I have, I'm not able to really go to failure right now. Although I'm taking a compound that should alleviate some of that joint pain. But until then, for me right now, the most important thing is going to failure with heavy tension of whatever I can do. Remember your goals here and train accordingly. I mean, you're going to get residual overlap out of it for sure. As you can see, bodybuilders are strong and powerlifters got mass, as well as strongmen. So everything overlaps, but you want to train according to exactly what you want to do. And I'm always fascinated with mass. And actually, some of the strongmen and powerlifters have some of the most impressive mass I've ever seen. So go figure. Do I feel embarrassed? Lenny and Clora are gay. Do you feel embarrassed spelling them, not being able to spell the word embarrassed? Lenny and Clora, do you feel ashamed? Yeah, ashamed I'm not 700 pounds when I get on that scale. All right, time to flip the switch. Yeah, that's it. The pump and tension's enormous. I feel like my chest is the size of two of those big refrigerator freezers that Dale has his deer in. You want to see me hit on a girl now? Okay, I'll find something halfway decent here. Time to take a few sips. Yeah, get off the kratom, White Dome. Get off it. Don't need it. Don't need it. Not necessary. Is there a God? Absolutely. Where the hell do you think you came from? Capri 82. Good night, Sassy. Thank you for joining me, you angel. All the best. Sassy's holier than any Catholic nun, in my opinion, because she's real. Her love is real. Her wisdom is real. She didn't have to go to a convent. She simply lived life. She doesn't need to dress up and cover herself up or wear crosses and jewelry, rosaries around her neck. She's the real deal. Thanks, Kaizen. I'm going to definitely Google that. I don't know about gypsy ancestry. I'll try to find out for you. I'm wondering if I have some Maltese ancestry like Big J does. That's why I called him every once in a while the Maltese Falcon. All right, time for a form feel set. A feel set is like masturbation without ejaculation. You're getting some of those feelings, you're getting some blood in there, but you're saving the best for last. Thoughts on Tren, one of the most incredible performance-enhancing products next to testosterone ever developed. Use it carefully and use it sparingly, which means don't live on it. Don't use maintenance dose on it. Use it when you want to maintain your physique, you have the best physique possible, like on a stage, or some strength. All right, here comes a feel set. I got to adjust this. Cake Lord, not Snake Lord. My only concern with the tripod is they really don't allow filming in these gyms I go to. I mean, it's you can do it, but when you start doing things like that, I'm afraid it's going to attract attention and shut me down. So I'll try to get better angles. I don't see anybody saying they didn't see good, but I'll try to get better angles and shots. Prima bowling is excellent if you can get it. Thoughts on Eddie Hall? I hope he comes back for gets a rematch, because I think he did a hell of a job. A 1,000 milligrams Tren weekly. It's not necessary. From a financial standpoint and receptor standpoint, it's not necessary. There's a certain thing called too much. You get the point of limiting returns. It's like 1,000 grams protein daily. Can people handle that? I've done it, but not more than a few days. It's just I drink 4 or 5 gallons of water. Should I take it up to 10? What am I going to get out of it? People have done the research on that, so why should anybody else? There's guinea pigs out there that talk about it. They did the experimenting. There's no need for that. Do experimenting in other ways. Fine tune every part of your training. You'll get much more benefits out of that. I'm at LA Fitness. Captain Crastration said trends miserable. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go that far, but it can be. It certainly can be. All right, time for work set number 1. Freddie G, I agree with you. I was doing intermittent fasting last year. I'll do it at the end of this contest fight season. All right, there comes the time to flip the switch. See the colorful hair on that gentleman over there? He's apparently a big YouTuber. He was in here filming too, and he was warned about it, so. Mike, I haven't really thought about it because high volume what do you define high volume? That's the thing, define high volume. I've done sets, I've done like 12 to 16 sets of body part back in the day. It worked. But I don't believe in holding back and just pumping blood in there. And ironically, since I'm on insulin, that's what a lot of those insulin gurus recommend is high volume, about pushing blood in there. But at the end of the day, what are you doing? You're just inflating the tissue with glycogen and fluid, and you're not really tearing it down for it to grow. So, again, you look at people like Dorian Yates and Mike Mensa, where they were hitting those limited numbers of sets to absolute failure with tension. And how do you compare their physique to Arnold, who was doing the high volume? I believe Mensa should have beaten Arnold at the Olympia. He had a more dense look. And Dorian Yates certainly had a more dense look than Arnold. So, and he had a hell of a lot more muscle mass. So that, to me, tells me the superiority of the method. That's a good point, Rick McDick, although I think when you're talking about effective androgens like Dianabol or Tren or Test, however, I do believe after you get 2 or 3 years of good hard natural training and start on something like Anavar and Equipoise, like the Meow Man did, can provide incredible results. And then you can use those heavy androgens later, which is Meow Man did. And I think that's the most intelligent way to. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. And guys, get out there and do the research. Get on the internet, find the research papers, find the old manuals. Let's find ways to get these muscle mass levels to something they've never been before, because I think we've been stagnating since the 90s. The best pre-workout was our own Weird Energy, but I'm more into the stimulant free. Thanks, Rick McDick. But I will try it eventually one of these days. Rick, how long of a period do you think I should try the high volume? I'm definitely willing to experiment it this fall once the contests and fights are over. That's for sure. What do you think about Jay Cutler's workout partner, Larry the Fairy? You said it all. Meth is pre-workout. It's been done, but too many side effects to meth. It's too toxic, and it's probably too addicting. Not something you should ever want to try. Mr. G, of course, hopefully. Frank Farmer, shout out to the beautiful Chattanooga, Tennessee. My ex-roommate was from there. Great people, the Nelsons. He went to Notre Dame High School. I'm sure you know where that is. All right, second work set. All right, Steven, are you in here? Do you have a yellow shirt on? Show yourself. Show yourself. We have a spy in here. Muscle memory should come back in about a month. I'm 2 pins from the max. However, my pectoralis major, my pectoralis minor, and my serratus are pumped to the gills and full of blood, dwarfing everybody in here, so that's the main problem. I got one movement left. This is a true hugging movement. Pec deck is far superior to dumbbell flies for pec development. Dumbbell flies hit too much high percentage of anterior deltoid, and it can cause weakness in your bench press. Trust me. Powerlifters do not do flies because you're overtraining the microscopic muscles and stabilizers when you do dumbbell flies, and it kills your bench. We've had hand experience of that, me and myself and the Alma. So if you want a big bench, do not do dumbbell flies. If you want big pecs, do the pec deck. I'm going to try to get a better angle here for you guys.
Where you from? Body.
Flip that switch. Flip the switch. Simple, basic, effective. Hypertrophy. I only get dwarfed by Brian Shaw. That's it. That's it. I only get dwarfed by Shaw. Current protocol, I added the Nandro, so it's going to be 600 Nandro a week, 1,200 Enanthate, 2 IUGH, 3 IUs Novolin R before 3 times a day before the first and last meal and before the workout. And I eat a banana and an orange, and then I drink the intra-workout. So, oh, and I'll be going on Cialis every other day religiously to keep open the for vasodilation of the blood vessels. All right, I'm going to walk out of here, and hopefully I'll get some good footage for you, some good talent. And if not, guys, get hit your workouts, hit them hard, make them basic, get everything you need according to your goals. And by the grace of God, we'll be back again here soon or tomorrow. Add the comments. Thank you, Noah Espinal. Thank you. That's right, Dale Reps. Decent talent. So I'm going to lead it out with that. Get as much as I can. Everybody eat, sleep, and grow, and pray and meditate. This guy thinks he's big with the powerlifting shirt. You talk about a pansy. Never goes to failure. Lightest weight. It's got some development. There's a scrumptious morsel. Here we go, Cookie Cutter Central. Steven, I don't see you. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for Maniac, thanks for being a part of it. It's going to go down in eternity. Good night.